Okay, that was weird. That other one just kind of froze, and that's fine. I don't really care if it froze or not, but I'm not really worrying about anything at the moment. We got all triggered and upset about having to go to this 2 o'clock meeting at our housing place, and we got all triggered over it. We've got a mattress on the roof of our car and a bunch of stuff hanging out of our trunk that we were going to drop off on the way to this thing, but we got all fucked up, and we had to go to one place to get paperwork, then another place to get paperwork, and that was weird, but whatever. And I think we're proving to everybody that we are severely disabled, especially to ourselves. And one of the things that became a problem this morning is that I said that I want to go to this conference, and my baby said that he's okay with not going to it. And I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. I need to go to this conference. We need to go to this conference. But I especially need to go to this conference. But I really feel like it's best if we both go to the conference. And we don't have the money to pay for it. I have no fucking way of figuring out how to get the money to pay for it in the next couple weeks. But maybe it's right there in front of me. I can't see it. Maybe it's this cow head. I don't know. Sometimes they have stuff we have stuff in the back seat that is the answer to the question that I'm asking on the camera. But it doesn't matter. I'm not worried about the funding coming in or anything. Kind of I am, but what I am doing is stressing about whether or not we can even follow through on this damn thing and do it. Especially when I have a court a court hearing the day that my sweetheart and I present, and then later that day he presents, and I'm supposed to be in court. We both are for my case at 8:30 in the morning here and 1:30 there. It's doable, but very stressful, and we would have had to drive back in from Albuquerque the day before to be here in town for the hearing, and just a lot of stuff that's hard for us to do, for really anybody to do, I guess, but maybe extra hard for us. And I still want to try, I still want to try to do it. We get all stressed out over things that other people don't seem to get stressed out about, and then it all works out just fine. That's the weird part, is like we finally got there an hour late and everybody was totally cool with us. The stress is all in what we think think's going to happen. We think we're going to get there to the one place and they're going to say, no, you need eight forms of ID that you don't have in order to get this document that you have to have for the next place. And then the next place after that needs all those documents. And we always think going in that there's no way in hell they're going to give us this documents. We're going to have to sit for 2 hours. We're going to have to be frisked. We're going to have to be treated meanly and rudely by people who are then going to deny us our paperwork. And that's not worth it. It's not worth it to go do that. But what's actually happening when we finally get there is they're really cool to us, just about all the way through. I mean, really, really nice to us. And I don't know if people have been nice to me my whole life and I didn't know it, or if this is just something new, but I'm not adjusting to it very well. And what's sad is that, these are good things happening, but they feel like overwhelming to us, and this is why we have such a small audience and why we're not rich and famous yet, in part because you guys haven't given us anything, but to be honest, we are not ready. We want to be ready, but we're not. And I wanted to go to this conference as part of getting ready. But God, we can't even get ready for the fucking conference, you know? And the best way to get ready is not to do shit and just know it's all working out. But every once in a while we have to do something, and that something overwhelms us. I've just been sitting in the bed, lying in the bed. We've worked really hard lately, though, dudes. You don't have to believe us, but we've got all this shit in the car and on the car. We've been working hard. Are you guys still on there? The battery's probably dying, but you know, I got sick, and I like totally got overwhelmed with my life, and anything that was a minor issue in the past became way, 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 way crazy out of proportion issue now. And like, it's stupid. It's totally stupid. It's completely stupid. But it's true. It's really true. It's genuine. But I know that you all are judging me because I'm fucking judging you. Why in the fuck wouldn't you be judging me? And I'm judging myself, so. But the truth be told is, me and my sweetheart really are as disabled as we say we are. But we shouldn't be. We need to be doing better than this, you know? And everybody keeps rushing me. I drive down the streets, people go around, people honk, people do this shit, and I'm like, honestly, if I go any faster, I will die. And so this is the fast I'm going. If you guys can drive like maniacs and stay alive, going around cars and going fast and being in a rush, then more power to you. Go fast and run everybody over and yourself along the way, because that's what it feels like to me. And I used to rush, and I didn't make any more progress than I'm making now. And I'm probably making a lot more progress now, because the brick walls I was running into every fucking 5 minutes aren't there when I go slowly. It's only when somebody in the world tells me to go quickly that the wall is there right instantly, and I can't move forward. But what am I learning in my great spiritual endeavor to attain enlightenment? I'm learning that I'm my most enlightened when I'm my sickest, and I am going to have a lot to offer because I became sick. And a lot of my sickness isn't just for me, it's for other people. It's genuine love for other people. And it's fucking nice of me to suffer this much. And eventually I'm going to come out strong. And you might want to be worried about that, dudes, because when I become strong again, and not just again, but strong for the first time, and genuinely strong, not holding in a bunch of wounds that I didn't know were there or I knew were there and couldn't heal, and, you know, all the places I went to heal me didn't work. I have to go this route, this spiritual route, which looks wacky to people, but I gotta tell you, people know it's fucking for sure because it's obvious. But while it's obvious that we get great benefit for what we're doing, we are also fucking sick, very sick. And we decided to turn on the camera because we need to have support, and we ain't gonna put all this shit out in front of you right away or whatever unless we're ready, but we need to be filming. We have to be filming because we've run out of our own stuff to watch, unless we find a pocket of stuff, which we do along the way, but we've got a ton of stuff, and we need more because we're that wonderful. We are just that fucking wonderful. We are pulling ourselves through this, And I don't know where you guys are at this point. You probably don't even know we're still alive, and I don't care. Because I need you to not know I'm alive, because you guys are the fucking metal in my life. And not just that, you'll create so much stupid drama that we don't need, because we're already overwhelmed with drama, that we're trying to keep you guys out till it's time for you to come in. Because I'll tell you what, you come in too early, it'll be like the fucking Mongols invading. And we can't handle that. We just aren't ready for that. So we're keeping you out. We've got to heal first, dudes. Be patient with us. I know you will be. And we'll heal. We'll heal. We'll heal. And we're doing it, and we're uncovering, wounds and healing the wounds. We're a wacky couple who helps each other heal while being the most extremely dysfunctional humans on Earth. So, don't worry, we're so brave, there ain't no way we're gonna lose. In other words, we're gonna win. The Lord of the Rings was on at the place that we went to get our paperwork, where we were crying out in the parking lot before going in. And they were all nice to us when we got there, and Lord of the Rings was on. And I'm like, oh, that's the part where we are, where Frodo and the guys are, the little guys, the little hobbits, are at the end of the Prancing Pony, and guess who doesn't fucking show up? Gandalf. And then, Strider is there to step in and protect them. And they go up into that room, and then the wraiths come in and are confused or deceived and believe that they're killing the hobbits when they're just killing stuffed pillows and stuff with down. And then me and my sweetheart are over in that other room trying to survive. We're on, babe.
Hi,
You scared me.
I'm sorry.
Talking about Lord of the Rings at the scary part. But we're on.
Yeah,
How's it going?
everybody.
Do we have enough for a cup of coffee?
Nothing,
You keep going, I guess, if you want.
Yes.
Why not?
If
you ain't unless you're done.
No,
if you're done.
No,
I say keep going till we get a cup of coffee. That's our encouragement.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Do you have some water, honey?
Yeah, I've got water.
Okay.
I just came to say hi and let you know that it's going
Thanks,
slow.
That's sweet, love. I'm not worried about it. I'm
right.
talking to the camera. When it dies, I'll do something else, or I'll talk to you if I need to, hon.
All right.
Okay.
I love you. I'll
Love
come back
you.
again soon.
Love you.
Y'all take care of my baby.
They are,
and
you, both of us.
Oh.
Okay, love you. I can't remember what I was saying, but oh yeah, Gandalf. Gandalf wasn't there, but Strider was, and he protected him. And me and my baby were over in the other side with Strider and the little guys, Merry and Pippin, and then right after that, Gandalf caught the moth, and right after that they ended up in that tower where the silly little guys were eating fish and lighting a fire while the fucking wraiths were out there, and Strider left him to look around. He didn't look very well. He was off God knows where while the little hobbits were having to fight those wraiths. And then he came back and saved the day, but only after Frodo got stabbed through his shoulder. And they said it was going to take his whole life. Like, he would have it his whole life. Well, of course. Come on. But the other side of it is he got all healed up, and when we were leaving, the elves were coming in to save him, and thank fucking goodness. And then when we got over to see Crystal over at the housing place we won't name yet, but she was so cool and totally accepted our paperwork and probably thinks that she's dealing with the sweetest, nuttiest people in the world, and she was, and that's why she was so nice to us. And we couldn't believe it. We had to go to the bank, and the bank was like trying to deny me my deal, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding. Like, they were worried somebody was going to steal my identity. I said, well, if they need this $5, then I guess I won't worry about it. And I thought that was silliness, and it's like, you didn't even ask for my damn ID, and you gave it to me. If somebody else was coming and asking for it, all they'd have to do is have what I provided to them, and they'd have my ID and my $5.25. But I think we took the 25 cents out about a year ago when we found out it was in there. Don't worry, that part where I'm broke and never have any money, not new at all. So it's been a theme from the day I was born, and I'm getting tired of it. But the problem is, the only way to break it is for me to heal and stay strong when it feels like the Mongols are invading. But they're all invading with love, but have a little faith in us, dudes. We're still filming, for one thing. We're still together for another. That alone is miraculous, although it's the right thing, and it's what we both want. It's miraculous. It's very difficult to live like 3 inches from somebody 24 hours a day for years on end. Nobody can do that. We're the only ones, because we love each other so much. But we also love each other enough where my baby said, well, I think you're just trying to make it where we'll never be apart. And I'm like, no, babe, I'm trying to make it where we can be. Like, even my sweetheart loses faith in me. And maybe occasionally he feels like I lose faith in him. I don't lose faith in my sweetheart. But I might lose faith in myself every once in a while because, you know, I want to do shit. Like, I'm working on this beautiful mask for this masquerade ball that we're probably not going to be able to go to. So, but I'm going to still work on it. It makes me happy to even try. And maybe the universe will come along and say, this girl is doing all the right things despite all the wrong things she's doing. Because I got to tell you guys, I labor over everything I do, and I say, you know, may this be the right choice. May this be the will of the good and highest in the universe, and then I always find out I did the wrong thing. And that'll humble you. That'll fucking humble you after a while, because I think I've told a lot of people my whole life that they did the wrong thing, and they fucking needed to hear it. And they'll thank me for it later. Like was on that Blind Side we watched. She said, you'll thank me for it later, and he did. He better have. But the reason that they won on Blind Side is because they did have genuine love and sincere love for one another, and they did have, well, they had something that a lot of people seem to be lacking. I don't know, it's a real deep love for one another, you know, and like most people are like, a homeless guy, I don't want to go around him. They stink and stuff, and they're always so needy, and I don't blame you, and I don't go around them if I don't have to, but if I really feel like my heart compels me to, then I'll do it, or if I'm forced. So we're vulnerable, and we mean it when we say we're vulnerable. So, you know, we're brave. We're braver than you are to sit here and watch us, and we don't want you to be vulnerable back. Please don't. We can't tolerate that right now. That's part of the problem. Is what if you guys all get vulnerable? You know, it's like we don't need you to be vulnerable with us. Just go be vulnerable with the people in your damn life. Those people, you know. And if I or Darrin happen to be in your life, then you can be vulnerable with us, but not if we don't know you, okay? And like, don't just like start communicating with us because and being all vulnerable. That's stupid. Have some respect our boundaries, please. And I mean that. But one of the things that this really brings up for us is, what in the fuck are all these people, these fans, going to be bringing to us? And it's probably all good stuff, but even the Beatles had some issues with that. I've heard of people being approached in, say, a restaurant. They go out to eat, and then they end up screaming at their fan for disrupting their asses. And I understand that, but you have to be graceful when your fans approach you. And even if they're brutalizing the fuck out of you, walking over right in the middle of a very important conversation or whatever, and wanting an autograph, then you go, yay, I have a fan who loves me enough to come and interrupt my life. I'm going to love them back by signing their autograph. Or I'm going to sign their autograph real quick, go out the back through the kitchen out back into my car. My driver will be waiting, and get the fuck out of here, because I can't handle that. And I can't yet. So, and it's probably going to take some practice and learning to tolerate that kind of wonderfulness, because it's wonderful. Don't get me wrong. It's wonderful to have fans like that. But it's brutal. It's like, I came here to have lunch with my friend, and you're interrupting it and asking for my autograph and making my friend uncomfortable because they're sitting with a movie star who's getting their autograph asked for. And who wants to go do that? Well, I don't, but I don't mind being the one with the autograph needed, you know? Like, I don't want to go sit with somebody else while they're getting their autograph signed, or signing their autograph. I want to be the one signing the autograph. But everybody knows that shit's brutal, you know? I mean, Sean Penn threw shit at people. All sorts of movie stars have done that sort of shit, like attacked the paparazzi, flipped them off. Even Johnny Cash did that. Well, not even Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is the epitome of the rebel, but that's what I mean. And I'm a rebel too. Am I going to be doing that forever? Or am I going to learn to calm down and take it as a compliment? How can you flip the camera off and take it as a compliment at the same time? I'll try. Because I either have to feel good about it where I don't want to flip people off, or I need to not do it. And that's the way I think about stuff. And you know what? Life is too complex and too difficult to approach it like that. It's like, look, I want to flip you guys off, but without you, I would have no audience, and you're not even there. But if you were there, I would have no audience, because you wouldn't be watching, because maybe you'd be mad that I flipped you off, or maybe that's what I need to do to make more people watch. I don't know. I've tried everything. It's all been genuine, and you know what? Me and my baby aren't disabled at being wonderful. We are fucking excellent at being wonderful. I bet even Wayne Newton, Wayne Nichols, Fig Nichols. Oh, we're still on, cool. Even knows that, you know, how special me and my sweetheart are. And that he lost a couple really, really special people temporarily. Because we'll come back, and we told him that all along. But, you know, after being treated like crap by a bunch of people for a long time, it's hard to go back and reunite with them and trust them and be their friend. Well, you're just going to have to do it, Wayne. And so are we. Right? Why would you ever trust us? Because we prove ourselves every fucking time we film ourselves. We actually prove ourselves every minute of every day, especially when we're failing at our worst. Because, Wayne, could you do as well as we do when you were failing as badly as we do? Is it badly or bad? As much. When we fail as much as we do and to the degree that we do, and I think that would be badly, but it doesn't seem right, but as miserably, yeah, it would be bleed. It would have an ly, but when you fail as miserably as we do, could you do as well as we do? Could you? I'm not going to bring personal shit into this because I don't know. I thought better of it, but I might not think better of it in the future. But I think you should think about it, Wayne. Because, like, in other words, personal shit that I'm talking about. Like, does everybody around in your life, are they high functioning in the midst of being horribly disabled? If you know anyone like that, or do they need a little help sometimes? My point is, we're very high functioning, and I don't think you know anybody as high functioning as we are on our good days. But on our bad days, I think you know a whole lot of people who are more high functioning than we are. But have a little fucking compassion then, damn it. The girls are at home and I miss them. It ain't right when they're not here. But Mr. Kitty needed some company, I guess. Mr. Kitty has been treated badly lately, but I treat him way too well and everybody is jealous of him. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not trying to choose Mr. Kitty over anybody. I just want Mr. Kitty to be here, at all. And I don't blame everybody for being jealous. I'm horribly jealous the other way around, and it's really hard for me to not be jealous. But after a certain point, maybe we should, like, let the cat feel like, yeah, it's a part of our family because it is, and maybe because of that it gets treated badly. You are part of the family, sucker. You are in for this. You are here among us, your family members going through crap together. But the cat has such good karma that even though it came from the gutter, it acts like it came from fucking, like, some palace somewhere. Good for it. It's got excellent manners in certain ways. Excellent manners. But I'll tell you this much. You don't want to get between it and its food. It's like, it loves food. Which reminds me, we got a couple burritos here. My baby ain't making no money to even buy a cup of coffee. Well, I'm not too worried about it. I really want coffee. My baby spilled it. It's okay. It's okay. This music's pretty as heck. Nah, don't worry about us, dudes. The Buddhist gods come from all 10 directions to come and protect us and to give us what we need and want. So, we have what we need and want. We don't need to worry about anything else. Including coffee, but I sure do hope we get some. Today I'm needing some coffee. I was like, I'm gonna stop and pour this coffee in the midst of being triggered and being upset, and my sweetheart being upset, and pour this coffee into the thermos and carry all the stuff out to the car, which I did, and then of course the thermos got